I don't see it recording yet. Here, recording has started. This meeting being recorded by joining. Okay.
Just be sure to let everyone know that they were being recorded. You were being recorded.
A red light too, so, and it's moving.
There it is. Okay, good.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order of the Delaware County Conservation District Low Volume Road Program Quality Assurance Board meeting on Tuesday, December 1st. And the first thing we had was there any comments from the public received, Karen?
No. And it was posted, the meeting was posted on our website with my email address to contact for any public comments, and we didn't receive any.
Good. We do have the discussion now on the 2 low volume road applications that we received. You go ahead and see what has changed since our last meeting.
Okay. Did you both get a chance to look over the summaries or not so much? Okay.
Yes, I did.
I did not so much.
Okay, that's fine. I actually made a mistake when I sent them out, and I copy and pasted Milburn's summary into Newtown Squares. So if you had reviewed it, you would have noticed that they were the exact same description for Milburn Borough. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm just going to pull up the summary page with both of them. So I reached out to both municipalities to ask them to provide a summary for how their project would improve the environment system and the road system. And they both provided that. And then I requested that they came down on their budget each by about $3,000. That gave them enough wiggle room just in case they couldn't come down by that much each. You know, they could still request as much as they could while not exceeding our available balance. So we'll start with Milburn Borough. They did not.
Karen, is there a chance that you could zoom in a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's better.
Yep, that'll help. Okay.
So Milburn, we, like I said last time, we have $119,000, $119,363,076. Milburn Borough originally requested $60,600. In their revision, they didn't revise their budget. They just said that they would accept a lower grant amount and use the borough funds to make up the difference from their streets and sewer funds. So they're open to a lesser amount if we decide to do so. Their summary for how they plan to alleviate to improve the environment and the road systems. So like we talked about last time, it's really stormwater improvements. But I'll give you a second to read that over so I don't talk your ear off and confuse you. So the ultimate environmental benefit will be water quality by reducing sediment and other pollutants entering the storm sewer system. In their grant evaluation form that they filled out, they indicated that their project would slightly improve the road. So it doesn't sound like there's going to be major road improvements, but with the decrease of ponding on the other side of Worcester Drive, with these improvements, that would be, I mean, with any ponding situation, you run the risk of icing in winter, so that would be reduced.
Yeah, a safety improvement. Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. So if you'd like, I can pull up pictures of the site too. I did go out and take a bunch. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. I gotta find it. Okay. Okay, can you see that okay?
Yes.
All right, let me zoom in. So this was the best picture I could get of that intersection of Astor Road and Worcester Drive. So Astor Road comes down here and bypasses these two storm drains. And then based on the profile of the road here, I can see how the water would go in there. But like over here, it would just sit after it bypasses those. So that's the issue that they're trying to alleviate here. And then this sediment coming down off Astor Road and whatever other pollutants would be alleviated as well. So let me scroll down. This is from the top of Astor Road. So along here, I believe, is where they would put in that pervious pavement with the rock filters and the pipe leading down to those storm drains. This is the other side. So this is looking at Astor Road. This is on the right side. This is on the left side. The water bypasses those. And this is where the water sits over here on Worcester Drive and along here where the cars are parked. So there's no storm drain here. And as you can see, I mean, I don't remember the last rainstorm before I was out here. So it had definitely been a couple days, but you can see that it's still quite wet there. Okay, so that's Milburn Borough. Do you want me to pull up any other?
On that far side of Worcester Drive, is that a fence or a wall?
Right here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is a fence.
Okay. Because there's a proposal. That was the old Sears site on the other side that they demolished it years ago, but now they have a permit application pending to put in something for Children's Hospital, some type of administration building. So that's going in down below there now.
Oh, okay. Do you think that?
Oh, I know the pipes they had to do some repair on the pipes because half the pipes weren't even functioning properly. They were blocked. So they had to repair those in the facilities that they're doing on that site. So there will be an overall even more done down there before it gets to Cobbs Creek.
Oh, okay, I got you. Now is that's still Milburn on the other side of this, correct?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay, is there anything else you want to see? I asked them both to fill out the grant evaluation forms as well. Milburn they went through and I reviewed it and everything sounded pretty accurate, though I may have given them a little bit higher point for how the project remediates the impact to the water body, just because they, in their summary, they indicate that the pollutants will be captured before they enter the storm sewer system. So I would have given them a higher rating there, but their total points on their evaluation form was 55, and then Newtown Township gave them, they scored an 85. So if there's no other questions for Milburn, I can move on.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I just had the revised. Okay. It's not letting me. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And share again. All right. So Newtown Township, they were able to come down on their budget by about $3,500, and that was just quick math in my head. So I think that's pretty close. So this is their total request with $5,700 match. They, in their budget, what they came down on was the cost of River Rock. I spoke to the engineer yesterday, and she said they did their best with coming down on the price because it was an estimate. She just indicated that they'd be able to spend less on the River Rock along the sides of the road. So here's their summary. Again, I'll give you a minute to look it over before I talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one I think is pretty similar to Astor Road and Worcester Drive with the downhill stormwater, obviously. And in a second, I will pull up the pictures and you can see how that road is deteriorating and where the water sits and deposits sediment. So let me pull that up. I wish there was an easy way to switch your share screen instead of stop sharing and then resharing. Okay. So this is looking uphill on Glendale Road. So this is where it's probably the worst erosion. As you can see, the road's deteriorating into that ditch. That tree was not down the first time we went by there, so that, you know, that has nothing to do with the current site conditions. So this is where they'd be proposing that river rock along here to slow the water and prevent that erosion on this side here. Okay, moving down, this is just a little farther down the road. It's hard to tell, but the erosion is bad along here too, but you can't really tell because of all the leaves. So the river rock keeps going down this way. It was really hard to get back in the bushes to take these pictures, but I did my best. As you can see, the culvert inlet here is very small and quite clogged, and I think this is where they're having a lot of their runoff problems. So the water in really bad rainstorms will bypass this and wash down the road. Okay, and then this is looking uphill. Again, so the previous pictures were farther up this way, and then it just keeps coming down this way. And this is where the water sits, right in here. And there's two, this is where the River Rock will end. So this is that northern limit. And there's two culvert inlets here that go under the road. So this is the other side. And again, this is just the day after I went to Millburn, and you can tell that it's still wet here in some alligator cracks, or is it crocodile cracks in the road. Okay, and this is the other inlet. And that one was hard to get to too. Yeah, so they're proposing installation of new inlets, that river rock, and piping under the river rock to allow for more infiltration, I believe, based on their summary.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they gave their grant evaluation form. They gave themselves an 85, whereas Melbourne gave themselves a 55. What gave them more points was that several of their public works team department is, they attended the ESM training. So they gained more points for that. They gave themselves 10 points for the impact on water quality, whereas Melbourne gave themselves 0. They gave themselves a higher road improvement rating. So are there any questions for Newtown Township's proposal?
I guess it's really for both of them. How are they securing that river rock? Like, how big is that?
Oh, there was something in their description. Yeah, I know Newtown put it in their budget. If I can find it. 2 foot wide, river rock edge of pavement protection. So it's 2 feet wide. The river rock, I assume, is like the rounded ones that you see in like landscaping. Mm-hmm. So trying
That's
to think
what I was wondering. I mean,
yeah.
Is that a normal practice along roadsides to put that kind of like that rounded gravel in? Doesn't it wash out? Ed?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I don't know whether we're talking, these are probably larger, but I think that would be a good thing to talk to Eileen Nelson, the design engineer, to make sure that the rock that they're putting in there should be evaluated for velocity. So,
okay.
Yeah.
It seems like, I mean, these people are engineers, so I'm guessing if they're recommending it, it's not, it's an accepted practice. It's just, I always think about rock moving.
Yeah, no, it's a good thought. Definitely important. I'm trying to see in all my pictures here, down at that intersection, like here, there was river rock in here. Unfortunately, it looks like I didn't get, like, I don't know if you can see this. Okay. I assume it would look something like this. I don't know how clearly you can see that.
I can see the rock.
Okay.
It looks to me like they're going to be trying to build up a berm in it so the water will actually be flowing on the paved surface, but.
Okay, so like this place, rather than the water going over the rocks, it's keeping the water on the road.
That's what it looked like to me when I looked at it. Yeah. You still have the potential for erosion along the edge, but.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm remembering the ESM training correctly, I think rather than a berm, it's more of a swale. So that way the runoff goes off the road and into the swale and then goes into the piping, the perforated pipe underneath the river rock.
Yeah.
So that way you're not getting that runoff right on the paved surface.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any other questions about either one of those? No. Okay. So I want to add up real quick what the total request is. And I'll stop sharing my screen. All right, let me just do this quick. So our total request right now is $121,507. So that leaves us,
That's over.
Yep.
So you have to take the 3,000 off of Milburn too.
yeah, so we would have to take at least $2,143.24 off of Milburn's. So do we want to do that exact amount? Do we want to give ourselves a little room? Like I said, I requested that they each come down about $3,000. And Newtown came down more than that. So that leaves, what do we do with Milburn Borough?
Well, you two are the Quality Assurance Board. I'm the non-voting member, so give me an idea what you want to do.
I would hate to come down more than $3,000 on Milburn Borough. And I also don't see the point of coming down $3,000 and having like a couple $100 left over. If that makes sense, what would be the purpose of, if we're not going to be able to fund a full project in spring 2021, if we award both of these projects, what would be the point of having a couple $100?
I understand that, and I think economically, Milbourne's more of a depressed area, so I don't have, we can just go down whatever we need to do with our available funding. That would make sense to me.
Okay.
I think that's fine to just reduce it as much as we need to as far as our funding will go. And Newtown reduced theirs independently, so I think if we just reduce the award for Milburn, whatever it needs to be done, I think that's fine.
Okay, and then award both with the reduced amounts.
Recommend to come up with a motion to approve both projects for forwarding to the Conservation District Board for funding approval.
Yeah, let me just redo my math just to make sure I'm adding them up correctly. So 60,000. Okay. Okay, so we can ask Milburn. Well, we can recommend that the board award Milburn. Oh gosh, minus. $58,456.76. So that's their original request minus that 2,143.
Okay. The only thing that I'd add to this is that when we go to work with the contract for Newtown,
Mhm.
that we address Beth's concern and my concern as well about asking Eileen Nelson a question about stability of that river rock to withstand
Okay,
coastal forces.
okay.
Yeah, if she provides the calcs, to do that, then no problem.
Okay. Okay, and then Newtown, we can award their revised amount or recommend their revised amount of $60,907 for their project
Right. Okay.
with that evaluation of stability of the river rock.
Excellent. You want to make that in the form of a motion and a vote?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can try. Let's see. Okay, motion to make a recommendation to the district board of directors to fund Milburn Borough's low volume road project in the amount of $58,456.76 for improvements at Astor Road and Worcester Drive, and recommend to award Newtown Township's low volume road project in the amount of $60,907 at Glendale Road.
And Beth, will you second that?
I will second that.
Great.
Okay, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. So
All right.
we'll make that recommendation to our board meeting here in a few minutes.
Mhm.
And then it will need to go to county council after that to get their approved blessing as well to this action. Sounds
Okay.
good. Unless will mean that we will not probably have a grant application period in April because all our money will be gone until July.
Mm-hmm.
So then the October one will be the one for next year's funding.
Yep. And in the meantime, I think in order to continue to boost the program, since we're just getting started, around that time that the spring applications would be accepted, I think I'll still reach out to all the municipalities, encouraging them to go to trainings and saying, we've had such a great first year that we have no money left. So just to keep everyone in the loop and let them know that the program is ongoing and that, look for funds in the fall.
Then I'm going to have to develop a hard heart like Beth does with NRCS to be able to turn people down too when we get grant applications.
Yeah. That too.
Okay.
We turn people down and we don't even tell them till the very end of the year.
There you go.
Surprise, you didn't get anything.
So the only other thing on the agenda, Beth, was the schedule for next year, which we'll talk about in our board meeting, but it's the same dates, just an hour before the board meetings. So yeah.
And scheduled only as necessary. And so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very good.
Okay.
With that, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Sounds good.
You agree, Beth?
I'll second that, yes.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.
All right. See you all in a couple minutes.
A little bit.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks.
And hopefully the recording worked.
Oh, yeah. Do I have to stop recording or does it just do that when I leave?
Just go ahead and stop it and see what happens.
Yeah.